with Rob. We're doing Mexico, we're doing Baja. He's from Maryland. Drove his truck down with his BMW. And well, we got 8 days down here, but he's a long way from home. I'll show you your bike here. You ready?
Ready.
Alright, here we go. So we had to stop and get pesos. We exchanged US dollars for pesos. The exchange rate right now is like 18 and a half, something like that. You get about 1,875 pesos for $100. We started making our way across the fabulous border to Mexico. I usually do Mexicali. We met up to cross Mexicali, come down the east side, and then come up the west side and leave Tecate. So he parked his truck in a storage facility, basically, and parked it in there, I think 50 bucks. But we didn't have any trouble crossing the border at all. Easy peasy getting in. Made our way out of Mexicali. I'm just running down the east side, head to San Felipe. Got the great mountains and everything. It's pretty awesome. There are military checkpoints, but I don't get hassled at them too much. We had to go get tacos first thing. The San Felipe strip there, right on the beach. It's a good time, good fun, nice weather. Pretty nice down here, nice and warm.
What's that?
Nice and warm.
Oh, I know.
Gotta get tacos. You gotta come with me. Stand right here. So you know we're both here. Right? Making our way further south. Start seeing some of the coastline, fabulous coastline. It's just good motorcycle riding, period. Guerrero Negro, 3 hours. But yeah, it's not bad. And then here, Bay of LA, 2 hours.
Where are we going? Guerrero Negro?
Yeah, I think we should go to Guerrero Negro. Before we come in and show them Gonzaga Bay, Alfonsinas. We had just had lunch in San Felipe, so we just checked the beach out, and showed them the water, and started making our way south. What do you think?
It's freaking unbelievable.
It's pretty good, right? So far, so good. ¿Qué pasó, amigos? Coco's Corner with no coco. Hola, amigos.
¿Qué pasó? ¿Cómo estás?
Nada, nada. Nigel. It's Rob. Rob, Nigel.
Sí. Nacho.
Nigel. You working hard, huh? You gotta sign the book. Let's see where we're at. You bring your women down here, you sit them on his lap, you give them the underwear.
Jesus Christ, I didn't even see that.
That's your wife? Or your sister?
Oh yeah, there they. Yeah, he said these are his sister's underwear. Dirty old bastard. The Roadrunner. Thank you, my friend. We'll see you again. Hola amigos.
¿Qué tal, amigo? Buenas tardes, güey.
No habla español.
¿Habla español?
Las Vegas to Guerrero Negro.
Vegas a Guerrero Negro.
Ballena.
¿Para las ballenas?
Sí, sí.
Ok. ¿Qué traen las bolsitas?
Huh?
¿Qué traen? Open.
You want me to open it? Ah.
¿Qué traen?
And this guy is the first guy to ask me to open my bags. Usually they don't, they just wave me through a lot of times, but he wanted to check. And then I just opened it and that was it. And I wasn't about to pull anything out unless he made me. I think he just wanted to see in Rob's thing. Rob had aluminum cases, so. Trying to get into Guerrero Negro before dark. Did some tacos and. So it was the weekend, so the hotels were booked up. We stayed at this hotel, San Ignacio, right across from the strip club. And it was super cheap, but I wouldn't stay there again if I didn't have to. Alright, here we go, day 2. We're going to see whales. We're Guerrero Negro, we're doing whales today. It's nice and calm, no wind. It's Febrero, we should be good. The whale experience is just amazing. They take you out for about an hour and a half. We spent the first like hour looking and saw a couple females with babies, but they didn't want to get close to the boat. Boy, it didn't take us long. Once we found a male scraping barnacles, like he hung out by the boat for a good half hour. He made the experience remarkable, that's for sure. Come up here. Come up here. Yeah. Come up here. Come up here. You gotta spray the hell out of you. That's money.
He's ever here.
Here. Look at her going by and let everybody touch her. Let everybody touch her.
¡Me va a mojar!
Did he do that? Yeah. They like to scrape the barnacles off. They get on the boat and scrape the barnacles.
Gracias, amiga. Ay, qué hermosa. Ay, la quiero abrazar.
Gonna go for a swim? Too much here.
I think that's the best $55 I ever spent.
Yeah. This is why you come to Baja.
Huh?
This is why you come to Baja right here.
I mean, we saw 200 of them.
Vámonos, vámonos, Ensenada. Vámonos.
Tómenme la foto.
Eres bella, te queremos. Adiós. Tu cola, allá anda otro.
She is not leaving.
No lo puedo creer que
She is not leaving.
You know, not always do you get these kind of experiences, so this is one of those that's pretty damn good. And he didn't want to leave. He did not want to leave. He wanted to scrape on the bottom of that boat.
Is it good?
Awesome, man. The best ever.
Yeah. As good as it gets.
But this is San Ignacio. This is an oasis in the middle of the desert. Got a mission, pretty cool. We stopped and had lunch.
I said our first mission. We're gonna see a few of them.
This baby don't burn down.
Don't go in it. Don't go in it then.
We started day 3 off in San Ignacio. Bunch of blackbirds in the trees with a low overcast, and you know, it was kind of warm. It was low 60s in the morning, but there was an overcast, but it broke as soon as we got across into the mountains, and it was something pretty magical. That ceiling just dissipating, the clouds just blowing over the edge of the mountains there. So it was pretty cool. Not something you see all the time, but it was a pretty awesome way to start the day. We made our way over to the east coast of Sierra Cortez, Santa Rosalia, making our way down to historical Mulegé. We went to the mission in Mulegé, checked it out and all the scenery behind it. Pretty cool historical spot to go see on top of the hill. And we just started making our way south, you know, through Conception Bay, which is pretty spectacular. And we met a girl from Alaska. Her boyfriend was on the boat. They have a boat down there. How spectacular is that? But this is one of the premier coastal rides that you can do. It's just spectacular. The different colored blue water, and I really enjoy it. It's all right there. Lots of other motorcycle adventurers down there having their own adventure, you know. This coastal ride just never gets old. And it goes and goes and goes. We were having a lot of fun. And you do get military checkpoints, you know. They're just protecting tourism and making sure there's no cartel running anything. So they're young kids. They usually don't give us no trouble. And we made it down to Loreto. We had to do San Javier, you know. It's a nice ride back there in just south of Loreto, about 35 miles. Cool little historical spot. I think this is like 1690. It's early 1700s. Pretty cool. And we went into Loreto. Loreto has a lot of resorts, fancy rentals, pretty spectacular beach though. And we had to go check it out on the Sea of Cortez. We made our way up into Loreto, but the place we usually stay was all booked up. I think it was the weekend, and we went to La Mission Hotel. And it was pretty pricey. I think it was like $200 a night, but that's all we had. It was nice, but that's all we had available really. And it was nice, but I don't know, it was $200 nice, but there's pizza there. That's the place to get pizza for sure. Day 4, we went into the middle of Loreto for the Loreto mission. Pretty cool, it's nice. But Loreto's a cool little town, a little historical. They got some cool buildings and stuff, old school stuff. I kind of like it. Some people don't like Loreto, but I like it. I think there's a lot of riding and stuff around there, so. We went just south of Loreto, a little bit further, some more coastal ride, get into the mountain ride, and it's a lot of fun. We just did the mountains and turned around and came back. And that's as far south as we went. We didn't do La Paz and we didn't go to Cabo. We just started making our way back up. Heading northbound from Loreto, and it's just that coast it's worth doing twice.
I was wondering why that guy was flashing me. I'm like, man, is it my brights or what? And then the fucking goats are right there.
They're in the same place they were yesterday, weren't they?
Is it? Gracias, amigo.
I know some people will say, oh, I already been down that road, I'm doing it again, but like, this is worth riding back and forth. For sure. It's a whole different perspective going the other way, but it's pretty spectacular. Lots of places to camp and get in the water, all kinds of fun stuff. This is February, so we weren't trying to get in the water. We ended up staying in a hotel in Mulahay, and there were tons of guys here. Okay, there was tons of KTMs. They were all on KTM 790s and 890s, and they were all pretty cool. But they were older guys, and they're riding off-road. They were doing a mix, but mostly off-road, a lot of off-road. They were older. They had a guy in his 70s, and there was a guy that was 80 years old running not only adventure bikes, but he was running off-road with these adventure bikes. Mind you, it's nothing too crazy, but that's pretty remarkable. And I had to ask, how do you do it? And they said, you just don't stop. Keep planning trips and keep going, which makes sense to me. But yeah, we just making our way back. We decided to go to we got off the route a little bit and went to the Pacific Ocean. Had to check it out a little bit. A little scouting. We stayed in Guerrero Negro, and the KTM wouldn't start. This gentleman helped me get it jumped. We left Guerrero Negro and headed to Bay of LA. You know, Bay of LA is pretty spectacular. Bahia de Los Angeles, it's worth checking out. So take them down there, ride back to the beach, you know, the good stuff. We had lunch in Bay of LA and started making our way north. I usually come down on the east side and come up on the west side. It's just north of Bay of LA is where the split is, so this time we're staying on the Pacific coast. And when you get up by Catavenia, the landscape is spectacular. It's just, there's tons of good landscape around there. The round rocks, the tall cactus. There's a lot of riding around there that I want to do, that's for sure. We made our way through Catavenia and we went into San Quintin, Mission Santa Maria. And I seen this on another YouTube channel and like, well, this place is awesome. It's like a resort on the Pacific Ocean. The room was great, $82, right on the ocean. We had to catch the sunset, you know, get our feet in the water. And we met these lovely ladies there. They were from New York. One was a professional tour guide, and the other did video productions. It was funny, I was crossing paths with them, but they were great. We talked to them in the evening, and then we had breakfast with them in the morning, and it was a lot of fun. But one last look at the ocean before we headed out. And, you know, there's a lot more traffic in towns and population on the west side. So moving on the west side is just a lot slower, and you see a lot more of the lifestyle. But as you start getting further north, it gets greener. You get into the vineyards, you know, there's a lot of wine, and it's a lot of Southern California. It looks just like Southern California, but that's the Pacific there. We made our way up to Coyote Cows. We just stopped by in the afternoon. I figured I'd show it to them, and you can see what it's like. We saw these Federales, and man, we were riding behind them for a while, but I didn't want to pass them. But man, there was cars blasting past us to go past them, and they didn't do nothing. So when we came up to the checkpoint, it was all backed up, and we just lane split around that stuff. But we stopped the night in Ensenada. Got tacos, did a little nightlife. I think it was a Saturday night. Had a little festivities going on in town there. And you know, some people don't like Ensenada. I like Ensenada. It's kind of fun. It's different. You know, the hotel we stayed in, I had good breakfast and everything, and it's enjoyable and it's affordable. I think we paid like $100 for that room. $108 maybe. Alright, so we're in Ensenada, and of course the siren's gonna go off right when I start to do this, but this was Rob's first time in Baja. Tell everybody what you thought about Baja.
Greatest place I've ever been.
What?
Best vacation I've ever been on.
You think Mexico's the greatest place you've ever been?
I think so. I've never seen anything like it.
What did you like about it?
The mountains, the oceans, the bays, you name it.
The food?
The food, the food, the food.
Coffee?
The coffee, the coffee, the coffee.
Yeah. And would you recommend me to anybody else? Did I do all right for you on this trip?
Hey, Rodney's the greatest guy. He knows everything.
Oh, no.
Just do it. I'm telling you. It's the greatest thing ever.
I don't know that I know everything, but we did have fun, right?
We
saw a lot of
had
good
a hell of
stuff.
a lot of fun. We saw all the scenery. We saw everything.
Yeah, and the whales. We even touched whales.
Oh my God, the whales were, man, you got to come see the whales.
All right, so we're making our way across Tecate. We're in Ensenada, 60 miles. We're closing it out today. And
oh, we're not back yet.
Yeah, we're not
We'll
back.
get back.
Yeah, would you ever come down here again?
I will be back next year at the same time.
Would you recommend other people come down here?
I would tell everybody to get down here and get it done.
At least once, right?
At least once.
Yeah. All right, we're out of here. See ya. Thanks, Rob. Appreciate you.
Yep.
We left Ensenada and made our way up through Tecate and crossing the border. And I can't give you how I crossed the border. You'll have to ride with me. You want to figure that out. Or maybe the map, you might be able to figure it out with my maps that I have. But we didn't have any trouble getting across the border. Super easy. No troubles at all. And Rob was a good rider. A good traveler. He was having a good time. He just made light of everything. Telling jokes and cracking jokes the whole time. And he just has a positive outlook. And it was fun to go on a trip with him. And
We're in there. Thanks, brother.
Thank you very, very much.
And that was easy getting in and out of there.
Here, let me give you this because this is all. I'll never use this.
You giving me pesos? Throwing me money?
Got that.
Thanks, man. That was pretty damn good, though, huh?
That was awesome.
Yeah, I had fun. You're easy to travel with, man. Everybody says they're easy going, but you're pretty easy going.
I do whatever you want me to do.
Well, I hope I did all right for you.
if you want your own guided trip to Baja, click the link below.